Hello and welcome to a MMPR video, and today we are looking at Super7 Ultimate Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And today we're looking at the Pink Ranger. So on the front we have this beautiful pterodactyl sort of coin. However, it does, I'm not sure how well you're seeing it because it just sort of shades in and out, so to speak. On the back, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, nice and easy. Take off the lid. This is what's underneath the plastic cover, which has on display Pink Ranger, obviously, and the different heads and stuff like that, which is very cool. And if you're a mint in box collector, I feel like these boxes are very, very nice. So around the back, we have Kimberly, and then we'll bring this in close. If you want to pause that, you can pause that and have a good read. There we go. So I'm going to get this open and we can have a closer look at this figure. Okay, so here is the Pink Ranger out of her packaging. And so far, I'm not seeing anything wrong in terms of paint. The head sculpt does look very, very nice. It's got some nice little detail on there all the way around, although it does seem to, I don't know what it is, it just looks a little bit bizarre. I don't know if you can see that on there, which is a little bit weird. The colors, I feel they've got the colors quite nice and quite right in terms of how the Pink Ranger was the right sort, because there's lots of variant pinks. This one looks like it works really well. I'm hoping bring that in quite nicely. It's not going to focus, are you? No, you're not going to focus, are you? Anyway, there is the Morphin in there with the pterodactyl thing and the Power Rangers around the side. It also has a nice little black lines all the way around. There seems to be some sort of weird shavings there, which is a little bit disappointing considering how much this costs. And the pink on here looks a little bit odd compared to the rest of it. It's like they've gone up there and just not finished off the paint job, etc., which is really weird. And then the boots as well look a little bit funny, especially the heel. I don't know what that is about. All the way around. Rob, you'll be happy to see that they've painted underneath there compared to the Lightning Collection Pink Ranger. Now, this Pink Ranger comes with an awful lot of accessories in terms of they're trying to give us the perfect Pink Ranger. So, firstly, we have, based on the classic toys, which I loved, the little sort of silver bow. Next up is the white blaster. We have a nice little cat to go with cat. There are two head sculpts, which, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they look horrendous. I don't know whether it's the light. Perhaps it's Kimberly when she was going on one of those dates with Tommy. I don't know, she looks a little bit flashy. Or I don't know, what's that show called? UK show with the puppets. That's what I feel. I can't think of it off the top of my head. That's going to drive me nuts as well that I can't think of that. So, and then we've got the cat one, which, oh my goodness, there's some sort of weird resemblance. And then there's part of me that thinks this looks like a gremlin. Do you remember that gremlin out of Masters of the Universe? That's what that is reminding me of right there. You know, the head sculpts aren't the best head sculpts that I've seen be produced for the Lightning Collection. Now I'm just going to bring in the remasters, Kimberly, just so you can see if you're thinking that, oh, this might fit into my 6-inch line. It is not going to fit into your 6-inch line. This is a 7-inch figure. So there we go. I just wanted to show them together so you can see the clear difference. This is massive compared to this. All right, so very quickly, first up in terms of accessories is the bow and arrow. So there are two bows with this set. There is one with string and there is one without. Now I will show the one without in a minute, but this is pretty much a working string. Now I would recommend, not that I've had any problems, but it is string. Just be very careful, because my worry is that either perhaps over time or potentially by accident, perhaps you could stretch it, and the best result is you actually snap the string. The worst result is you actually snap the bow, etc. So do be careful. And also, when I send this up, this does actually fire quite nicely. Oh my goodness, that almost took my ear off. I have no idea where that's gone. I will have a look in that in a minute, but just carefully, he says, take the bow off. So you can see, nice little bit of string there. There is a bounce there, which is great, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. There is some writing in there, Power Rangers. And then on the back as well. Now, I feel like, you can see like there's a little bit of alignment. I don't feel like the paint job is perhaps the best, but this does feel like a very nice piece, etc. I'm just gonna try and be gentle with that in terms of how I portray that. And then we have the second piece, which, as you can see, you can add in the other pieces to form the power blaster. Now, just a heads up, I am not keeping wave 1, I'm not keeping wave 2, so at some point, unfortunately, I probably am not going to be able to show you that, but that is a very nice touch that they've already thought ahead, and they're already given us this to go with the Yellow Ranger if you got wave 1, and obviously the next figure in this wave is the Red Ranger, if I remember correctly. So that is a very, very nice piece of weaponry. So I'm just going to try and do something with the Morpher as well. Okay, next up, I thought I would add her, Kimberly holding her Morpher with her helmet off. In my eyes, this makes no sense at all because, well, she's already morphed and she's just saying back to action. But I feel like it is still nice that we have got a Morpher. Now, this Morpher is more imposing than the one we got with Remastered. So you can clearly see the difference, in size, which is cool. But also, if I can take this off, he says, come on. Of course you don't want to come off. My goodness, I'm making a right pig's ear of that. You're not going to stand now, are you? There we go, right. You can see there the difference in terms of... I'm so sorry, that was terrible. In terms of, it really does look like a Morpher. There's more, it's a little bit bigger, etc., and a little bit more detailed. So, yeah, I feel like they've done a really good job in terms of that Morpher. Obviously, I've put on the Kimberly head, which, if you're morphing, this does not look right because, well, she looks far too happy there. So, rather than I'm going to go deal with a monster. So, there we go. So, let me move on to the next couple of bits to show you. Okay, so there's this contraption, which is a sticking ribbon. Now, I was trying to remember if this was from that season 2 episode where Kimberly and Trini fell out over that jealousy thing, and whether they used it then or whether it was that episode with the Spitfire flower bloom, or was it meant to be from the movie, etc. I really cannot remember what this was about, but it's in there anyway. So if you like ribbon and you like to do some cool poses, you could perhaps get a cool pose out of this. Okay, next up is the Power Crystal, and I've just got the Blade Blaster in there as well. So literally, they all come with the crystals, which some of you will remember they used to power their Zords in season 1 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm sure, in fact, if I get it the right way, that is meant to be a Pterodactyl in there. Very, very cool. And then next up we have the Blade Blasters, which are very well detailed. So we got the gun mode, We've got the closed mode, which I've had pretty much in the pouch pretty much the whole time. And then, if I haven't lost it, and I don't kill Kimberly, we have the blade off the end, which is very, very nice and very, very decent. It looks very, very cool. Now, in terms of articulation, so I don't expect too much from articulation. So the head can go all the way around. There is movement to look up and down. Very, very nice. The arm can go all the way around. Just be careful, it may be a little bit stiff. Lift the arm up there. There is a swivel both on there and there as well. There is single movement on the joint. You got a full wrist rotation. Depending on what hand you've got, you have different motions from that. To the front way, etc. Just be careful. I do worry about these pegs and these figures a little bit more than I would perhaps Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure. Okay, so the body can move around like that, and there is movement on the waist as well. In terms of the legs, there is articulation there. Now the skirt is very, very tight to the body, so you're not going to get a full motion there. There is movement on there, but not a swivel as such. And it just has the single joint there. Swivel on, actually, I think that's on the knee that is swiveling. And then you have a nice up, a down, a left, and a right, etc. Which is very, very good. So she does have some nice articulation, but not lots like you would expect, perhaps the Lightning Collection Wave, etc., which has more articulation. And I always consider these in terms of they are sort of like mini statues, and you can get some articulation out of these. And then to wrap it up, we have Katherine Hillard's face on there, which I've already given my views on there. However, holding the helmet does look very, very nice. And then you have her alter ego. When she was evil, she would transform into the cat and sort of spy on the Rangers, and then come out to play, etc., when wanting to do some serious damage. So this figure, I feel, is a very, very cool figure. I do like it quite a bit. I feel like it has some nice accessories, some nice hands, and more importantly, from my perspective, is I did not break anything. That has been my worry since Wave 1. I don't think I had any problems with the Rangers. The Rangers were a lot easier. It was the monsters and the Zords that I had problems with. So I should be at a little bit more at ease in terms of what we've got here. But it's a nice figure. It's got some nice accessories. I think the paint job's okay, although I worry that a slight scratch, you could really damage this, and it is an expensive figure, so one that you want to preserve. So let me know if you are getting this, got this, what your thoughts on this are. Is this the way you're collecting figures now rather than Lightning Collection? Or are you still collecting them, well, when they come off whatever hiatus they are coming off? So anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. I really appreciate that. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. Thanks for watching. Thank you to those that have subscribed already. As always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.